Hey guys, how's it going? I'm so excited that the Game Awards have finally announced their nominees for a number of different categories. The one I'm always most interested in hearing about is Game of the Year. We have 6 nominees on the table. I'm sure a lot of people felt some games have been snubbed or some were getting too much popularity, but let's go ahead and look at the 6 that we have. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Never really been a fan of Animal Crossing. I know a lot of people love it, but that's just one of those popular categories, so I can't really say too much about that. The next up is Hades, which I've heard a lot about, haven't had a chance to play, but it looks pretty interesting. It must have something to it to be nominated for Game of the Year. Now, the next 4 in this category I actually have played and beaten. So Doom Eternal. Loved it on the Xbox One X, had a lot of fun with it. Kind of reminded me of the Doom remake or reboot that they did for the Xbox and PlayStation as well. It was pretty fun. Not really sure if I'd call it Game of the Year category, but hey, it made it in there. Next up, we got Final Fantasy VII, the remake. I'm not really sure I would call that Game of the Year material either. And the reason being is because the remake kind of felt like a part 1 of a multi-episodic series going forward. I know that we don't even have the details of when the next installment is going to come out. It kind of left on a cliffhanger, a huge one. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't already played it, but I thought the Final Fantasy VII remake was fun, but it was a little short. It didn't really feel like a complete game to me, so I'm not sure I could rate that as Game of the Year. This leads me down to the 2 biggest in the category. The Last of Us Part 2, which I actually had a lot of fun with. Yes, there were a bunch of story-related, directional things with this that pissed a lot of people off. I personally held my tongue a little bit, played through the game, got to the end, and just tried to have fun with what the developers got and gave us. And after I got over my initial kind of shock and disappointment, whatever feelings, I actually thought it was a pretty good game. The Last of Us 2 capitalized on a lot of what The Last of Us brought us back in 2013. I thought the gameplay was good. The story was very dark and gripping. It just had a lot of layers to it. The writing was amazing. I think it definitely deserves to be in the Game of the Year category. I know many of you probably don't agree. I'm still kind of confused about Abby's arms in the apocalypse, but more on that on another time. Last but not least is probably my favorite, Ghost of Tsushima. Now, Ghost of Tsushima was probably the Game of the Year in my opinion. And the reason I say this is because the story was great, epic. The scale of the game was very cool. All of the side quests were pretty fun. The combat, the gameplay, just everything hit the ground running and was full steam ahead. It was also the biggest first party launch for the PlayStation at about 5 million copies sold. It's the biggest new IP. I've always wanted a game set kind of in feudal Japan. And this was definitely what I was looking for, and many of you felt the same way. I honestly believe Ghost of Tsushima should be in the running and be the prime candidate for Game of the Year. But hey, we've got 6 nominees coming on December 10th. Make sure you guys check out the Game Awards. I'm super excited. We need this with 2020 being the way it's been. We need a nice reprieve from all the things that's going on in the world right now. For us gamers, this is definitely one of those moments that we should just go ahead and enjoy to hopefully bring in 2021 in a great way. So I think Ghost of Tsushima should be Game of the Year, but let me know in the comments what you guys think, which ones you think should have been on the list, which ones you think shouldn't have been on the list, and all of that. I love to chop it up with you guys. As always, like and subscribe to my content. If you do like what I have to say and the content that I'm bringing forth, I'll be back with some more videos soon. But until next time, as always, peace out.